Aha! That's why Claressa Shields is so patient and understanding of why Remy Ma's husband has not finalized his divorce with his wife, Remy Ma. Because you remember when she was trying to threaten Alicia Baumgartner and MVP with a lawsuit or a cease and desist letter, saying that she's not going to handle it with the law. She's going to handle it with the court. Remember?
I'm not going to handle it with the law. I'm going to handle it with the court.
Yes, brainless. But anyway, where she got that from? So think about this. The reason why Remy Ma's husband haven't got a divorce is because he probably convinced Claressa Shields, look, I'm going to the court every day. I'm going to the court and I'm going to get a divorce, baby. I'm going to get a divorce. But I'm not going to handle it with the law. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, right, baby? You feel me? Yeah. I understand, because that's the I want to sue, you know what I'm saying, MVP and Alicia Baumgartner, and I don't want to handle it with the law too. You know what I'm saying? You schooling me, daddy. You schooling me. Yeah, so he like, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, baby? I'm going to the court every day, but I told him, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna file no petition. Because I don't want to handle it. I don't want to handle it with the law. I ain't going through that law, the child support, the percentage, and the alimonies and stuff like that. Because that's that law ish. You feel me? You feel me, baby? I'm gonna handle this divorce in the court. I ain't gonna handle this divorce. You know what I'm saying, with the law. You know, because I tried back then, you know, in other businesses to handle things with the law. I ain't never getting nothing done. And that's why, you know, I go to court, handle it in the court. So I know if I go to court, you know what I'm saying, and don't handle it with the law, I'm going to get shit done. You know, I'm going to get it done. Yeah, but how long is going to be taking? It's been 2 years, but I understand your fight. You know what I'm saying? I understand your fight, boo. Daddy, I understand your fight. You know what I'm saying? You just keep on going to the court and try to get that divorce. Yeah, baby, I'm going to go to the court every other day. Every other day. You know what I'm saying? You just stay in the gym. Wake up in the morning, go to the gym. While you in the gym, I'm going to the court. I'm going to try to finalize this divorce. But I ain't going to handle it with the law. That's the reason. We all know she's not there in the head. We all know. And I told you about there's certain guys out there that they like dating vulnerable women. You know what I'm saying? So she's so vulnerable, right? You know, she doesn't have anything up there in that noggin, and we all understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason he has, in my opinion, he has convinced her that he's trying to get a divorce, but not trying to handle it with the law. Because that's the dumbest shit that she have ever that she said. Let's be honest, this was one of the dumbest quotes in boxing history of any boxer. They want to handle it with. They're not going to handle it with the law. They're going to handle it with the court. No wonder it's been taking such a long time. No wonder. And you know what? See, for how long we gonna look out for? See, even doing these videos, I'm sending signs. Smarten up. But if you don't even got a brain to smarten up, how can we convince ourselves that, you know, giving her all these gems is going to smarten her up? She's gonna adjust. You know what I'm saying? She just don't get it. She don't get it. You saw what she said in her live, in a recent live. Oh, and I see on the comment section, if you don't like me, just go somewhere else. If you don't like my relationship, just go somewhere else. How about you just turn off the comment section? How about that? Turn off the comment section. You know what I'm saying? If you want to read, you're going to have your supporters, and you're going to have your hecklers, and you're going to have your the detractors, and you're just going to have people that just want to listen to you that's playing on the fence. You know what I'm saying? We love the movie Dumber and Dumber. You know what I'm saying? We laugh watching dumb motherfuckers. You're just the girl version of Dumber and Dumber. I mean, look, if they do a part 3, or do I have a part 3 or only 2? If they do a part 3, it will be Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest. I think that you should be in the next in the next movie. You know what I'm saying? Dumber and Dumbest. You should be in the new cast with Jim Carrey. I don't think it will flop like your movie. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that movie will flop. I don't think so. I mean, I like part 2. It was cool. I think part 3 will be cool. You know, add a woman to it. You know? And I think that's what it is. Like, people do find dumb people funny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you remember the TV show Family Matters? People was laughing with Waldo, Geraldo, Faldo. You know what I'm saying? So people find dumb motherfuckers funny. And now look, forget about your career. In my opinion, look, Claressa Shields doesn't have any more fights. She doesn't have any more opponents. She said in the recent interview that she wants people to stop talking about it, stop presenting her the Alicia Baumgartner and the Layla Ali, and she said that they're clout chasing her. Oh my God. You're clout chasing everybody, just like when you were saying that you could beat up Triple G and Keith Thurman and Gervonta Tank Davis and, you know, Jake Paul. Anybody that's relevant, you will go after. You know what I'm saying? Oh, just ask me about Shadeja Green. When everybody was asking you about Shadeja Green, you didn't want to fight Shadeja Green. She said, ask me about fighters like Shadeja Green or Franchon Cruz de Jean. Oh, now you want us to ask you about Shadeja Green. Now you want the Shadeja Green fight, not because she lost. I wouldn't even be surprised. Put it this way. I wouldn't even be surprised if the next fight is with Shadeja Green. And shout out to Shadeja Green. I wouldn't even be surprised. I'm not sure if she's still locked in with the MVP deal. You know, sometimes when you do lose a fight, you know, the promotional company has the veto to terminate your contract. So I won't even be surprised if the next announcement tomorrow will be Shadeja Green versus you know, Claressa Shields. Or even, I won't even be surprised if the next fight will be Lanny Daniels. She could easily be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I didn't knock her out. I was in the worst shape. She beat Shadeja Green. How about if I fight Lanny Daniels the rematch? I wouldn't even be surprised if that's the announcement. I just think that the competitive career in boxing for Claressa Shields is done. Now, if she could go to the MMA, I said this once, and I said this to her during a Twitter space when she hopped on the Ryan Garcia Twitter space one time, and I said that, you know what? I think that you should stay in the MMA. I know she lost, and in my opinion, she was a coward for retiring from MMA because she thought that, you know, I think when you lose like that and then you quit, she's a quitter. You know what I'm saying? So I know if she ever loses in boxing, it will be the worst. I don't know what will be worse, her losing her first fight in boxing, or Remy Ma's husband pulling the plug on her and letting her know, like, you know what, you was never that chick. You just you helped me grieve throughout this breakup that I had with my wife. I think that's what it is too, folks. I think that's what it is, that Remy Ma's husband see her as a comfortability, somebody that was there for her. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, people been in relationships. Let's be honest. You have had a long relationship and you've broken up, right? And sometimes people just they want to move on so quick because they want to forget about, you know, the relationship. They want to forget about that person so fast, you know? I think men move like that. Men could be in a long relationship and right away you hit the club or right away you hit the lounge and you could be with another woman that's, you know, that butterfly again, or just somebody that's going to help you with your little heartbreak. Like, I could even tell that because he's always upstairs, right? So I could tell that he got this sad story over and over and over. Yo, I did this for her. You know what I'm saying? I was the best man. You know, I'm a family man. I did everything, you know, and she played me dirty. And, you know, the vulnerable women also she don't have to go through the heartbreak, but the vulnerable women gonna be like, oh, I feel so, you are a good man, you are this and you are that, and easy manipulated to feel sorry for the dude. You know what I'm saying? There's dudes out there that's always giving these girls sad stories, and they fall for it. They fall for it. Insecure dudes like vulnerable women. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. There is men out there that can't handle a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? They're threatened by a strong woman. That's why, in my opinion, I believe that Remy Ma's husband wanted to get married with his wife when she was on her down, when she was locked up, and proposed to her in prison. You know what I'm saying? If you flip it around, that's when these dudes that get locked up, that's when they be telling their honeys like, yo, I want to marry you. I know I was thinking it a lot. I want to marry you, baby. You know what I'm saying? When I come out, it's going to be all... Come on, man. Remy Ma's husband was the bitch in the marriage, probably. He was moving like one of them chicks. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, for a lot of girls at the time, it was yo, he was there for her. He's a ride or die. I don't know. I know. Look. It is a little bit of a female trait. Let's be real. Let's be honest. I mean, it is cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Man should stand by his woman. A woman should stand by her man. But even Remy said, she said in one of the interviews, right? I had to tell him like, yo, you don't gotta come every day. See, and that's what I mean. The dude he knows how to go after vulnerable women. You know what I'm saying? And their vulnerable state. And we all know that Claressa is a very vulnerable woman right here. She's very easily to manipulate. You could tell the way that she talk. Always trying to convince herself. She needs that validation. And you're a person that fills that void of validation. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, baby, you're beautiful, baby, you my queen, baby. But you see the elevation in that you could tell that every time remember the first time he didn't want to kiss her. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You embarrassing me. Now he made sure to always kiss her. He made sure to always kiss her. He made sure not to always say queen before everybody was getting on her because he was saying best friend. Now he don't say best friend no more. Yo, you could tell that they had these disputes and arguments because now he don't say those type of words no more. It went from, oh, now she's my queen. He don't say best friend no more because that was an argument. You could tell. You know what I'm saying? You don't even gotta be in the circle. You could just tell because she just put so much of her business out there that you could actually tell what's going on. She's so insecure. I think that's the reason why she didn't go on that May 9th date, with her fighter. Her fighter was performing May 9th in Atlanta, but she was so scared that Remy Ma's husband was gonna be with his wife like they were together during Christmas weekend. So she was like, nah, I ain't gonna let you go to New York all by yourself, cause you know what I'm saying? Nah, I wanna go to that reggae concert. She calmed the building like Spider-Man because she ain't had no ticket. I know my man. I know he's in there. Oh, open the gates. Open the gates. Open the gates. Security. I know my man is in there. Hey, yo, that's it, man. The concert already started. She wasn't invited. She left her fighter in Atlanta. She wanted to make sure that Remy Ma's husband was not going to be with his wife during Mother's Day and her birthday week. That's why she showed up. Hey, yo, I'm going to go live later on, man. I'm going to go live later on. 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Let's go. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like.